we find ourselves with another bear in the woods situation, a post that got millions of views, and people are extremely opinionated. There is a clear distinction between the genders. There's a segregation going afoot. Tensions are high. Everyone agrees with Milady, while other people who disagree must be incels. It's an interesting time on the internet, isn't it? So let's see what it's about. This happened on the most cancerous place on the internet, aka Reddit. A lady thinks that she destroyed her relationship by trying to compliment the boyfriend. My boyfriend and I are both 28 years old, and we have been together for almost 3 years. Yesterday night we were drinking, and one thing led to another, and I tried to compliment him by saying he is not someone who I would hook up with or be fuck buddies with, but I would marry. I thought everything was fine, but he seemed extremely distraught after that. I realized how he understood it and tried to clarify it, but he is still the same this morning. He told me he needs space, and I need to think for a while, and then he left the house. All my friends tell me I messed up, and guys tell me it's not a compliment, and most men will understand it differently. I think I destroyed my relationship, and I'm panicking right now. The reason that people are so fucking confused is that instead of learning about relationships from your parents, you know, those two people that actually did get a relationship to work, or from your grandparents, you're going on the internet or from the gender studies majors. The gender studies majors are some of the most miserable people on earth. Like, look how they're crying for attention by dyeing their hair in various colors. Like, they're begging for attention from other people because they do not have it from their loved ones. Stop listening to them. Stop listening to movie directors who make movies. Stop listening to, all these people that are very opinionated on the internet that are trying to tell you that the genders are the same and there is no difference between a man and a woman, okay? Ask your parents if that's the case. And if your parents are telling you no, then ask yourself, why would you trust all these strangers over your parents? The reality is that men and women are supposed to complete each other in order to make happy marriages and then raise children, right? Now, I know that your gender study professor disagrees with that. I know that the LGBT activist freaks out about this notion, but it is reality. Now, you can deny reality. You can pretend that reality doesn't exist, but eventually, with shit like this, reality comes back knocking. So what exactly did she do? Well, she basically says that she is the type of person that likes to sleep around, which is what I'm sure every single guy likes to hear about their girlfriends. And she is also implying that, well, other people, I can sleep around with it just fine, but you gotta earn it. You gotta take care of me. You gotta put in that extra effort. That's how it sounds like. It doesn't matter if you mean it or not. But this is what the guy is hearing, and this is why he needs to get some time to think, right? Now, again, society is going to blame the guy. It's like, how dare you? How dare you need time to think? Like, well, what are you doing, right? Because apparently, if the roles were reversed, right? If you have like a famous football player or someone who would tell the same to his girlfriend, and he would say, normally I like to sleep around with other women, but like with you, you gotta earn it. You got. Like, of course she's going to be upset, right? Like, no one wants to hear that their partner is sleeping around with other people. I know that in modernity, like, this is something that you have to accept, which, it's fine if it happens, but don't bring it up. Don't talk about it, especially not like 2.5 years into the relationship. It's not fucking rocket science. Like, people enjoy loyalty despite of what everyone else is telling you. Deep down, it's true, right? So the fact that this guy is behaving in this manner means that he actually cares about the relationship and feels distraught that she would even say something like this, would even bring something like this up. Now, the difference between men and women is also significant in a way because men do not usually get complimented on their looks. Like, it's very rare for a man to just have a woman that looks at him and thinks he's hot. So, for men, it is nice when you hear that, oh, like, you're stunning, you look great, right, from a woman. Women get that all the fucking time. It is sickening after a while. Like, when you get a compliment, the first time it's nice, the second time it's great, but when you get it constantly, day after day after day, it becomes sickening. So actually, women would like to believe that their significant other are interested in their personality, they're interested in other things, because they already know they look good. Meanwhile, men, they're not interested in a woman that tells them that, like, I like your personality and whatnot, because it's obvious, otherwise you wouldn't be in a relationship with him. They also like to be told that they look nice. So basically, when you go around and you say, well, you're not the type of guy that I would have sex with, it means that you're not good looking, right? Because, like, there's no time for her to assess the man's personality from one night, from just going at a party. Like, no, when you go at a party and you're having the one night stands, you're doing it just because you think the guy is hot. That's the only reason. There is no way you can actually assess their entire personality matrix by just standing a couple of hours with him and having a discussion over a glass of wine or whatever, right? So you're basically telling your boyfriend that he isn't hot. That's what you're telling him. Which, you're making him feel insecure. You're making him wonder. It's like, okay, well, if I'm not hot and she is with me, well, she probably wants someone hot, right? So, like, will she cheat? Like, what if Chad comes in and he's got, like, that chiseled jaw and he's tall and handsome? But, like, she wouldn't marry him. Like, obviously she's saying that because, like, I earned it, right? Like, I'm giving her stability. But Chad doesn't have any interest with marrying him. Is it going to have sex with her? Am I going to raise Chad's children? Right? Like, this is what's going on through the man's mind. And you get to see in the comment section, like, a lot of women disagreeing with the man rather than accepting that this is what men believe, right? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to change reality, like the orcs from Warhammer 40k. That if they all believe that red goes faster, then maybe red will actually go faster. But unfortunately, they don't have the Gestalt field. So you can whine, you can complain, you can say that it's unfair, you can say that, well, like, men, why are they believing like this? Maybe I can persuade them different. It won't happen. It's like if all the men in the world would try to convince you that you need to start dating shorter guys, right? It's like, oh, well, shorter guys are amazing. Like, look at Tyrion Lannister. Oh, my God, right? Like, just start dating short guys. It's perfectly fine, Will you change your preferences? Will you adapt just because, like, society is pressuring you to date shorter guys? Like, of course not, right? Like, you are attracted by the things you are attracted. You can't help it. So, yeah, like, this shit, this doesn't have any place in a conversation between people that are married for 2.5 years. Just so you can understand the equivalent of this, it's like if the guy starts comparing your tits with that of your friends. And he would say, oh yeah, like that girl, oh my God, like, did you see the amazing tits she's having? Like, I wish you had tits like that. Like it's something like that. Even, and then he can say, well, I was just joking, I was just kidding. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, you made her insecure now. Right? So, like, it's understandable why she would actually want to take some time off and go out and think. It is so bizarre that an Eastern European has to explain things that are so fucking obvious. I mean, they're obvious to me, right? Maybe it's because I'm older, but I think, like, they were obvious even when I was a teenager. Why is it so difficult for people to understand what happened here? And you need, like, pages upon pages of internet conversations? Huh? Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.